That's like 100 years ago. The 20s. The 1920s.
Like 100 years ago?
That is 100 years ago. Is that crazy?
Yeah.
When the flappers.
Floppers?
Yeah.
No, the floppers is this era. We're in the floppers.
We're flopping.
Yeah.
Over here.
Great,
Dang it.
the
Great
flopper.
Gatsby.
Dang it.
Hashtag Leonardo da Vinci, I was going to say.
Leonardo
DiCaprio.
da Vinci.
Ah.
It's so annoying that I do that. Leonardo da Vinci and Leonardo DiCaprio. Because I picture them. Obviously, I know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But for some reason, it's hard.
I do it too.
I haven't done it until this week.
I messed you up.
Yeah. But that's okay.
Mm.
It doesn't ruin my day.
Are you sure? Because you brought it up.
Just need to call him out.
Okay.
Need to make
Okay.
him feel some type of way. Make me feel better.
Do that. Do that.
I feel it. All right, well, welcome to the Fake Bitzes podcast. I'm Cooper.
I'm Sean.
I'm Blakely.
And I'm nuns.
And today we are going to be dishing all about social media and specifically our For You pages. I want to talk about what we like, what we don't like, what we usually get on our For You pages, and also which platform we like better. So I want to start there because I feel like almost every social media platform has a different For You page, right? But for me, I mainly use Instagram and TikTok. What about you guys?
Same. I'm on Instagram and TikTok, and then I use Facebook. I actually don't know why I use Facebook anymore, but I still check it.
Yeah, it's
But
just
I
because I get
don't-
notifications
Yeah.
and I get so annoyed because I'm like, I don't want this.
I think Facebook is more for like my older friends, like friends that are my parents' age
Mhm.
that I want to stay connected with.
Same.
Just to see what's going on in your
Yeah.
life.
Or family.
Yeah. I don't.
Extended family.
I don't really use. Actually, I'm rarely on Instagram or TikTok anymore. So like, they be sending me hella videos, and like I don't even be looking. My bad. I didn't know I did that. So
I send them to you now, knowing you're not going to see it, but I can remember to show it to you, and then it's right there, and I
Right.
can show it to you when I see it.
good plan.
Except you've been reacting to some of the things I've been sending lately.
They're pretty funny. You guys have good taste.
So you are watching.
I am now. Now that I know. Yeah, but I use YouTube a lot. And YouTube, they have shorts now. Do you guys ever watch YouTube shorts?
Yes, but I don't like the algorithm on my account because it sends me trash, and so I'm trying to like get the algorithm to know what I like, and it's taking too long to learn me.
Really?
Yeah, this is my thing with YouTube Shorts. One, love YouTube. That is one of my platforms I'm on the most. Would be YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. But specifically about the shorts, I agree with what Cooper's saying. It's hard for me to get into shorts, but I love YouTube. And I really want to get into the shorts. But the algorithm just doesn't hit like I feel like the others do. And I feel like YouTube Shorts has a lot of those cringy Facebook-esque type videos on them in my stuff too frequently that I'm like, this is ridiculous and I don't want to see this. And I get, and I find myself on YouTube Shorts having to click not interested more than any of the other Instagram or TikTok feeds. So that's my one thing with YouTube Shorts, but I freaking love YouTube.
I would agree. I just want to add that my problem with it is that I get a lot of Celine Dion shorts, and then other than that, I feel like it's just pushing popular YouTube stuff, not stuff that I like necessarily. It's just the popular like fail videos and 5-minute crafts and Mr. Beast stuff, and I'm not interested in that.
So YouTube is probably one of my least used social media platforms. I use it. I don't use it. I see when we hang out. That's usually when I see it, is YouTube. Unless I look up something and I look at a video, but it's like for 10 seconds. So the shorts Are they those things that look like reels
Mm-hmm.
when you're on the
And
app?
TikToks.
Okay.
Yeah. And you just scroll the same way. They even have like a little tab for it. But I'm actually shocked that that's how you guys feel about your algorithm, because I feel like mine's is perfect. Because what they add, like anything you search on YouTube, so like, K-pop, like Tongan, whatever, like you search, it like feeds it into your algorithm, and I feel like that's how it's always been for me. With TikTok and Instagram, I feel like you don't really get to pick. You kind of just go with your algorithm. So I feel like you have more control on YouTube Shorts.
In defense of YouTube, I think I use Sean's account so often to look up actual videos, and then I jump onto my shorts, and that's probably why I only see Celine Dion, because that's the only thing I've ever looked up on my own,
Mm-hmm.
on my own account. But yeah, so I think if I just use YouTube more, the algorithm will know me better. But that's another thing I want to talk about, is how your YouTube Shorts and your Instagram Reels and your TikTok pages differ.
How all of ours?
Yeah.
Our feeds? Okay. Well, do we just start? You want me to start with, like, what my feed is?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, did everybody say what their most used app was?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, we should all
that
pull
was
out
part
our
of it.
phone and have it tell us what our most used
Oh,
app
no.
is.
Oh, I could tell
Where do you
y'all.
find that?
I think it's in your battery.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Here we go.
So,
Yeah, no, Nate, you're not excluded.
Okay. Sorry, I thought I was special.
Obviously, no nasty web. I'm just kidding.
how do you go?
Why
in
did you
fact.
direct that towards me?
Okay, so you go to your settings
Uh-huh.
and then you pull your thing down and search battery, because I don't know where that
That's
thing is.
Okay,
Right.
convenient.
Using my resources,
Uh-huh.
battery, and then it should tell you like what your most used is.
Is this by today or by all time? Oh, last 24 hours or last 10 days?
Let's do last 10 days.
Why does mine say last 9 days?
Obviously yours is not as cool as mine.
That is insane.
That's weird. Maybe on that 10th day you just didn't even use your phone.
Yeah.
I do be doing that. Just kidding.
Wow.
So I would have been wrong on this. I would have said TikTok is my most used app. Instagram is actually my most used app. 34%, followed by Spotify.
Wait. We're going top app, not top social media app.
Top social media
Oh,
app.
okay.
Yeah.
Which, that was also your top app.
Yes.
Okay.
Instagram.
Mine is too. Instagram, 31%.
Did you think it was going to be Instagram?
Yeah, but like, go back a month ago, it would have been TikTok. But my TikTok page has been so boring lately. So I've been going to Instagram.
Mine's a game.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Mine's a
Not
game
surprised.
I've been playing.
Yeah, but what's your top social?
Top social is Instagram.
Oh.
Nice.
And it's funny because actually TikTok is... Oh, it's at the very bottom.
No.
It is? Yeah, I don't really use TikTok like that. It doesn't
No.
really pique my interest no more. I used to be so obsessed with
I
that
used
app.
to be obsessed with TikTok, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I find myself getting on Instagram more clearly.
Yeah, but also Instagram. So my top app is YouTube, 38%. No surprise there. 11-hour average screen time.
11 hours?
Yeah, don't judge me. I got time at work. Okay.
Hold on, everybody share their average screen time now.
I don't want to.
No, we have to now.
Average screen
Nune
time.
shared
How do you
11.
do that?
Wait.
Mine's 4 hours. What's
Mine's
yours?
5.
Mine's 7.
Oh, I thought I was pretty bad.
Okay. That's so interesting. I didn't know that you could do all this, so thank you for showing me
You
that.
didn't know?
No,
My-
I think I've stumbled across it, but I would never know how to find it again.
My phone notifies me every Sunday at 9:17 in the morning. I don't know why such a random time about my screen usage.
Is 11 hours a lot?
Well, okay, think of it like this.
But you are also on you are social media.
Oh,
So
You are.
Okay.
I feel
You know
better.
you know what
You
I mean.
are.
Also, I feel like my Hulu app was like my second one. And I'm like, that's weird. And it's because I fall asleep to shows sometimes. And so if you just have things playing in the background like YouTube and stuff, then that makes
I do
sense.
that.
Spotify, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just like always playing.
I think that's why my game, because
The game's
there's
just on in the
twice
background.
that
You fall
I've
asleep
fallen
to it.
asleep and it stayed on the whole night, and my phone is so hot in the middle of the night. One time I like rolled over and I like woke up because I could feel it burning my back. Scary.
I know you wanted to jump to what everybody's For You page is, but I have a question. What is everybody's night routine? Like how they check their apps before they go to bed? Does anybody have that? Because I do.
Oh my gosh. Well, mine's is really simple. Like, it's really simple, so I'll just go first. I will get into bed, get comfortable, put on YouTube, and then it's either like Real Housewives of Atlanta
Yes.
or Flavor of Love.
Flavor of Love.
And that's it. And then I'm out. Don't talk to me. Do not talk to me. Don't bother me.
Yeah. I have a specific order whenever I go into my apps, unless I'm looking something specific. But if I'm just like, I don't have anything to do, I always do Instagram first. And then I'm usually on that for like 5 seconds because my algorithm shows me, I guess we're going to get into this first later, but it doesn't show me very much. And then I go to Facebook really quick to check my notifications, and then I go to TikTok, and that's usually when I fall asleep scrolling.
Yeah, I don't have a routine really because I don't like check my notification. I don't have notifications turned on.
Neither do I.
Oh, okay. So I don't really know to check it unless I'm bored and I go into something. But I would say we usually like we'll watch one of the episodes of the show that we're watching, and then like to fall asleep we'll watch the DMs that we send each other, and then that'll be it. That's as much of a routine I think as we have.
And I'll meditate.
Mm.
I like fall asleep to a meditation app that I have.
Which I really think I need to start doing because my dreams are getting really, really stressful. I had a dream.
Oh, no.
I had a dream last night that I was taking care of a baby, but I didn't know I was taking care of it all day. Beatrice's baby, and the baby hadn't eaten all day, and it was like crying, and I was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't even know you were here," and I was scared that I was gonna like, yeah, it was very stressful.
That's stressful.
That is
Anyway.
stressful.
Okay, I want to hear about what you're gonna say about your algorithm, your For You page.
I don't really like my actually, my Instagram algorithm is probably the top for me right now. I feel like my TikTok and my Instagram go back and forth. Like, I'll go maybe a month and a half, and Instagram is just killing it, and TikTok sucks. And then it'll flip. So, right now, Instagram is doing really well, as we saw, 34% of my time. Yeah. The thing that bugs me about Instagram is that, and maybe I don't follow enough people, but it usually, like, when I go on to Instagram, it'll show me, like, one friend's post, and then all the other stuff is, like, memes or sponsored ads or things like that. So, but I get sucked in because then I see the reels. Like, right now, all my reels are people making ramen a different way. I'm obsessed with it. I think it's so cool watching people make, first of all, food, but then there's just something about the way that you make ramen, watching people. I'm like, wow, this is really interesting.
Satisfying.
So all my reels are people making food. Right now, there's this, like, viral dim sum, like, dumpling soup dumplings. Have you seen it?
Well,
I made it this weekend. It was great.
Really
Yeah.
fun.
Anyways, so I guess not limiting it to ramen, but Asian food is a lot on my reels. And that's it. And then it's just, like, memes. And I follow, I can't think of the word right now. zodiac signs, but what is it called?
Horoscope.
Horoscopes, but like, what's the A word for it?
Astrology.
Yeah, but that's not the word that I'm looking for.
Astrological.
It's a really big word.
Mm-hmm.
I guess zodiac horoscopes. I follow a lot of those. Not because I believe it's going to tell me what my day is like, but I really do believe that it's a lot of personality stuff. So.
I know, like, every time I'm crying, I blame it on being a Cancer. I'm like, I'm a Cancer, I'm so emotional.
So, but that's what my Instagram looks like. I struggle with my stories even, because I get really bored with those quickly.
I don't watch stories.
I-
Like, of people you follow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hardly ever watch those.
I do like, though, that the stories of the people that I interact with pop up first. So, like, you guys will all pop up first. And I'm like, oh, I want to see what Sean's doing, or I want to see None and Cooper. And then I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Okay.
So.
Same. And it's the same way for me with my Instagram and my TikTok, where like a couple months it'll be TikTok has the good stuff, and then Instagram. And now I think I've just polarized my algorithms, which is kind of nice because I know what I'm looking for. With my Instagram, I do get a lot of food, and I have to be in the right mood to watch somebody make something, because I can't be too hungry and I can't be too lazy, because then I feel like, oh, I should be making that right now. Like, that looks awesome. I should go buy all that stuff and make it. So I get a lot of that. I also get a lot of the more like funnier memes and stuff on Instagram. And then my TikTok is full of like conspiracy theories and like survival guide and like health tips of like holistic things to heal your body and stuff. And I have to be in the right mood for that as well. But what about you guys?
Well, I just have to say that that's pretty much the same as mine. And it's probably because we live together. It's like picking up everything we're talking about. And those things, like, that's exactly how my TikTok is a lot of like holistic things, natural remedies. My Instagram is a lot more food, funny, and some travel things. Some of those, like, look at this like crazy beach place from the view of a drone, like those videos. Yeah, some colorful things, some things for like high people, all the colors and the shapes and things. But yeah.
I cannot tell you what's my TikTok algorithm. I don't go on it enough. Sometimes I go looking through my likes, and I just to see what I liked. But yeah, TikTok does not interest me at all.
Wow.
Yeah. Instagram, I do like the videos on there. Like, but I don't really. It does get interesting. Like, I do find myself like swiping and swiping and swiping. But then I'll catch myself and be like, this not YouTube. This not YouTube, because I don't see no K-pop. Like, K-pop's not popping up every 2 seconds, so I can tell a difference. But yeah, Instagram does have some good videos. But yeah, YouTube is where I be at.
K-pop.
That's where y'all find me. And yeah, because K-pop, food, anything I search, it has everything y'all are talking about, but in one. So I'll give it a try.
Wow.
And then, if you're like done with shorts, you could look up actual videos on the same app. Don't have to close anything down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that your sales pitch?
Yeah.
I'm converted.
Oh, are
I'm
you?
gonna delete Instagram and TikTok right now.
Prove it.
I
Just kidding.
Please don't.
I just need to like fix my algorithm. There's really probably use it more to fix it, but it's so crazy because I'm on that same page with the TikTok thing. Like, we used to be so into TikTok, and then it's like I've completely fallen off.
Me too.
I rarely get on it. There was a time that we went like how long? Over a month, and he's like, "Do you send me anything on TikTok?" Like, we'd always go check it, and I'm like, "We haven't interacted in over a month." But it's just crazy because we used to be all about it.
It makes me kind of sad because I was really on the side, like when the TikTok hearings were happening, and the guy, the president, CEO, or whatever, was here in America pleading the case for TikTok not to be banned. I definitely was, like, not to make this political, but I was definitely on the side of TikTok should not be banned, because I've seen one of the things that makes me love that app is how many people are just speaking freely and calling out dumb shit going on in the world, whether it's political, whether it's in Hollywood or the music industry or health industry, like all of it. People are calling it out and telling it like it is, and it's not being restricted, it's not being censored. I realize there's some censorship, but it's not as bad as Instagram and Facebook that are literally showing you exactly what they want you to see instead of what could really be helping you in your life. And so that's why I was really on board with TikTok for a long time. And I'm like, their argument for banning TikTok is that it was Chinese controlled and like our data was being held in China, and that means that the Republic of China has access to our data. But I'm like, really? We're going to draw the line at TikTok, the app that's calling out all the politicians that want this app banned, but we're not going to draw the line at all the other Chinese imports that we have in our country? And that's my soapbox. That's what I'll say about that. Does anybody else have anything they want to say?
Keep going. No, loves it.
I still really like TikTok, so sorry if I'm not on the TikTok is bad bandwagon.
It's okay.
It's not bad. I lost interest in it.
Why?
Which is really sad because I still have a lot of interest in it. I really like TikTok. Right now, my algorithm for TikTok is annoying because it's just a lot of sponsored and a lot of eligible for commission stuff. I think because I'm looking up a lot of Christmas gifts for mom, Christmas gifts for dad. And so I think it's like a lot of things are popping up. But I really do, especially when I like zone into a niche kind of thing. I love TikTok. And I think TikTok has the better algorithm out of Instagram and TikTok. Meaning I can find, or I get more of the stuff on TikTok that I want than Instagram. And I like how on TikTok, like, I'm obsessed with weird things. I don't like watching people clean. I don't mind it, but it's not my favorite. One of my favorite things is people packaging stuff and people unboxing stuff. Oh, I love it. So for the longest time, I was obsessed with this self-defense keychain thing where they would do like this mystery, like someone would order it and they'd get 15 random balls from this like basket, and the lady would pop it open. She'd always have like super nice nails, so I'd love to look at her nails, and each of them has a color theme and things like that, so it's like random stuff that she's picking and like packaging. I follow like 6 of those pages. I love it so much. But because I was looking at those videos, my whole feed was just that. And I was like, I love this. So on a Friday night, and I'm ready to go to bed. I'm just laying in my bed, just scrolling. And I could be on it for hours. I love it. That's why I like TikTok.
I think what happened because I've been trying to figure out what it was. Because I was, like I said, so much on the bandwagon for TikTok. And now I'm like, I think maybe for me it's my attention span. I like shorter reels and shorter TikToks. So 30 seconds to a minute. I don't want to sit there for the 3 minutes and the 10-minute TikToks. I think I actually have you know how you can bookmark stuff? I have a bookmark folder called Storytime for when I'm just like want something to listen to at the gym or while I'm cleaning or something. And I put any long TikToks like the Susie Pesto trend. Those I just kept saving to that collection, and then when I didn't have anything to listen to, I would listen to those. And the other thing I'll say about TikTok that I think might help it maybe come back if it has fallen off for anybody else is the TikTok shop. I feel like that has been really cool. It sucks that you're getting so many things that are sponsored and what was the other word?
Eligible for commission.
Yeah, but the TikTok shop I think is really cool. I found a lot of actually really great products on there for really good prices, and it comes to you super fast, and you check out with Apple Pay and everything.
So you've bought stuff on there? I have not. What did you guys buy?
That tea that I told you about, the soursop tea, I got that from TikTok. I wish I had her name to give her credit, but yeah. And then I've actually got your Christmas gift off of TikTok too. So
are you gonna tell me?
Nope.
I'm just kidding.
There's something else I got off TikTok, but it was super easy.
So I looked at
Check
it.
out.
I looked at it on Black Friday, and maybe Black Friday was not the best day to look at it, but it was like starts from like $5.99 and then goes up. But I'm like, that doesn't seem like a right price to me. Like, when I clicked on it and then I clicked on the next one, the next product that they had was like $141. So I was like, this seems a little weird.
I've never just browsed the shopping.
Oh, okay.
I've just done it through like somebody posts a video of something and then they have
you
the
click
link.
right to it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually clicked on it and I was like, I don't like this. Because then whenever I find on TikTok, I go to Amazon and buy it.
That's also where we got that Guru Nanda. Is that his name?
That's
the oil
it.
pulling tea
That's what it was.
thing.
Yes.
And it's awesome. Good price too.
I never look at my following tab on TikTok. Do you guys? I mean, you're not even on TikTok, but I never look at that. I only look at my For You page. That's all I ever look at.
And for a while, that was one of my complaints about the For You page, is that it never showed me the following people. And it still is pretty rare, but I'll occasionally get people that I follow come up on my For You page, and I like that.
I feel like that's why Instagram and YouTube is better, because it doesn't just show people you're subscribed to or following. It also shows, like, oh, people you might like. Well, that's what it does for Instagram. But on YouTube, it just shows you whoever. So.
Like
and,
people similar.
Yeah. And on X, formerly known as Twitter, they do following and For You page now.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know Twitter. I had to download it for a class, but as soon as that class was over, I deleted it. So, do you guys use Twitter?
I used it heavily in high school.
It's called X now.
X, sorry. I don't think I can call it that.
Uh-uh.
Is anybody else resisting, or am I the only one?
I think nobody's calling it X.
Yeah.
Nobody's calling it X. I
X,
only
formerly known as Twitter.
Okay.
I only use it as Twitter, so that's what it will always be for me. But I heavily used it in high school, a little bit in college, but the only times I've used it is for assignments now. Well, I mean, when I was in college.
Yeah.
So.
I had an X a long time ago, and then I deleted it. Back when it was
X.
Twitter.
I used to tweet Harry Styles. I used to tweet all the One Direction people because they would do like following sprees, and I was like, oh my gosh, please pick me.
I tweeted the Basketball Wives, and they responded to me, and it was like one of this like side character Basketball Wives, but I was like, oh my gosh, hi.
They know me.
That's cool.
Yeah, but I still use X.
Yeah.
Just to read and watch videos and stuff.
See, I'm dumb. I didn't know that Twitter had videos. I thought it was just text.
So yeah, but they have like
I know you could put like a link to a video, but they actually have like Reels kind of a thing.
Yeah, their algorithm's similar there, but it's like the uncensored version of every other video streaming platform, because like you could watch fight videos on there, which I do be watching sometimes.
Of course you do.
And then like 30 minutes later, I feel like fighting somebody. I'm like, I totally would have just ducked that one if I was in that situation. So I take notes sometimes. Just kidding, but
Yeah.
X is pretty. People still use it. It's still pretty popular.
Yeah, and I guess my biggest exposure to X and Twitter is the reposts on Instagram, and then that's how I've seen like people's tweets and stuff. But I just feel
There's
so
some
removed.
funny stuff.
What about Threads, which is Instagram's version of Twitter?
I don't interact with those because I don't want
I
to
don't
support
either.
it. I'm like, you can't be everything. Just stick to your Instagram stuff. Stop trying to be Snapchat. Stop trying to be TikTok.
Facebook.
Facebook and Instagram are together
Is that
now.
crazy? Just trying to do it all so you can have every platform model.
Oh, he will.
I think Facebook is the one that annoys me the most when it comes to watching videos, because it gives me these stupid videos. These people taking so long.
Ridiculous.
They'll be like, okay, so I'm gonna make this pancake, and then it takes like 5 minutes of her just like, I don't know, doing nothing.
Yeah.
For like 5 minutes, and I just like skip to the end. to see, and it doesn't even come out like that good.
No.
So yeah, Facebook really does frustrate me. But sometimes I do be watching that 5-minute craft video.
Yes.
I'm like, this is so pointless, but I'm gonna watch this entire video.
Because I'm gonna judge them.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Did you
judge
see that
them.
thing that was like, wait until everybody realizes that 5-minute crafts is just for fetish people.
Oh yeah.
It's fetish content.
That's
Mhm.
true.
Let's say it.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
But I feel like Facebook, the last big thing they actually did was make the reacts, like when,
To videos.
and then that was it.
Yeah.
And that was the last thing that I felt.
Like the
they could-
different emojis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then after that, nothing else, like evolved or kept my interest with Facebook.
Are there any social media apps that you guys use that are like pretty underrated, or that you think like anybody out there using LinkedIn?
Oh yeah, every day.
Yeah.
I do use LinkedIn for work, but that's it.
Yeah.
If that, like, there's so many people that want to connect with me that I haven't even like connected with because I don't get on it.
Yeah.
So
I'm
The
trying
other
to
apps.
remember
I
this.
know. I'm
app.
trying to think.
I don't know.
there
It
was
was my
one
phone.
app, Cooper, that you showed me that was like a music app.
That's exactly what I was trying to pull up. I can't
Oh.
remember what it was called. Obviously, it wasn't very memorable.
No, it kind of
Um,
sucked after like the first day.
Do y'all still use Snapchat?
No.
I have it, but I don't.
I have it,
use
but seriously.
I use it
Mm-hmm.
not regularly,
Mhm.
but if I see something stupid or want to call it out, I send Cooper stuff.
Okay, so like, Snapchat is like, I think the only time I'm ever on Snapchat is to like talking to one of the guys that I used to talk to. Like, I have no other reason to go on there. But they do have like interesting stories. Like, they'll be like, impossible love or something.
Like on their Discover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stories on Snapchat pissed me off because again, it's kind of like Facebook where it takes so long to get to the headline that
Yeah.
it was about, and they give
Yeah.
you the whole backstory of this person.
Oh
There
my
was this
gosh,
ad,
forever.
And there's so many ads.
Yeah, and then they don't let you skip through them.
No.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, okay, let me go on YouTube. So that's why I go to YouTube. I'm telling you, I'm not even trying to plug YouTube. I'm a fan. But I go to YouTube and then I just look for the same story. And then I just find out what happens.
Smart.
Because I do not have time, but I'm also really nosy, so I just gotta know. I have to know, do they break up? Does she pass away? Just kidding.
Yeah, I open my Snapchat, and the only people that I still interact with are like my siblings and my aunt.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll see that they sent me a video a month ago, and I'm like, I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Mm.
So Snapchat's not for me. It's definitely a Gen Z app.
It turned into a Gen Z app. It's crazy.
Mhm.
It's one that started with us, and they just like took over
Yeah.
and did this thing.
Did y'all ever do Fling? Have you heard of that one?
No.
That was like a branch off of Snapchat. And instead of, like, Snapchat, you send directly to who you want to send to, right? But
Mhm.
Fling, you take a picture and it sends to 50 random people that have the app.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't like that. Kind of
Yeah.
like Omegle. Well, not really at all, but Omegle gives me those
R.I.P.
vibes.
I know.
Alright.
It just shut down
Yeah.
They did?
out of nowhere. It just stopped.
Bruh.
I'm late to the game on that one. I thought that app, or what is it, a website or an app?
I think it's a website.
I thought that just came out a couple years ago because that's when I started seeing
Oh.
videos for it. But it's been
Mhm.
around since like 2009 or something.
It's
Crazy.
been a long time.
Yeah, I remember using that with my best friend at the time. Talking to random people.
I think
I
it's,
never used it, but all my friends would talk about it. I was like, okay.
I think it's like both ends of the spectrum for me of a really cool idea of just talking to somebody random, and also really scary, talking to some random creepo or whoever's out there using it for gross stuff.
Yeah.
And that, I guess that was part of the fun, right? I never did it though.
So are we looking down on that? Or
no,
I'm joking.
I just find
I'm
it so
just kidding.
intriguing. I
Because
find
I
it
was
intriguing.
doing it. So, sorry, I'm just like totally cutting in.
Cut it.
But
Cut,
the
bitch.
apps that I have, one is called The Pattern. It's kind of not a lot of people know about it, but it's like you set your birthday.
You told me about this and I had it.
Yeah, you set your birthday, where you were born, and if you know the time you were born as well, it's like supposed to be more accurate, but it's like astrology stuff that it kind of tells you like cycles and things. It also can like, if you have friends that have the app, you can like show your relationships and how you guys like flow. But that one's cool for that stuff. Would I recommend it? Would I say it's like something everyone should get? Only if you're like into that kind of stuff. But one that I am definitely like, I think it's underrated is Reddit. Reddit is very toxic place. That's what I will say. It's like the community on Reddit is very toxic. And like, I read the comments on things and I'm just like, these are a bunch of unhappy people. But if you're you can find really niche answers to things on there. Like, this specific glitch is happening in this video game, and people are like, I ran into this, and like, here's what you do, or here's how you can get around it, or whatever, and fix the issues. I fixed so many things on Xbox games, or like something going wrong on my console from Reddit. I fixed like things around the house from Reddit, but also story things like, am I the asshole, or like those like also you can find like really scary, creepy things on there. There's a lot on Reddit, but you like learning how to navigate it is a little confusing at first, but very underrated. There's a ton of information. I would just stay out of that community because they are freaking crazy. Don't come for us in the comments.
Yeah, I have very limited history with Reddit, but I would say I use it for troubleshooting video games and everything in life. That's usually where the answer is.
And it's so satisfying to see like when people are having conversations about that specific problem, and you're just like, okay, so I'm not alone.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy. I didn't get another defected game.
Yeah, and you
with
see
my
all
luck,
the like, thank you so much. This saved me. Or,
yeah.
I was spending hours on this. Thank you. Like, you're like, oh my gosh. Where before,
like I would.
There wasn't somewhere you could go for that kind of. You're like, I'm running into something, a stuck, broken, glitchy video game on the PS2, and you're like,
fix it yourself or throw it away.
Yeah.
Cheat codes.
I used to be so prideful with that. I'm like, no, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to figure it out myself. And now I'm like, I don't have time for this. So I immediately just go and I look for it. I'm like, how do you start? I'm not very well versed in the video game world. So a lot of my stuff is, how do you start this quest? Or how do you do this? Or how do you... And as soon as it's like, do this, I'm like, okay, great. And I'm done.
So, just to let you know, that's valid. A lot of people do that, so you are so versed. Very well versed.
Versed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that music app that you brought up, I figured out what it was. It's called Bop Drop, and it's still going. I was really excited about this app because I thought it could have been a really fun social media like experiment. It came out, I don't know, like just in the last 5 years. And
Bop Drop?
Bop Drop. I don't know if they changed their name.
I feel like that's a name change.
Could have been. It's out of sight, out of mind. But basically what it was when I downloaded it when it was brand new, it was like each day, instead of like sharing a status or a photo, you share a song that's on your mind, and like you can add a little blurb about it. And I love that because I love music. I love sharing music. I love finding new music. And I just thought this would have been such a fun way to connect and also like get my music taste out there and be like, guys, listen to this song by Andrea Bocelli. It's super good. And Ellie Goulding. Like, you wouldn't think that they should be together, but they should be together.
Do you just want to go ahead and plug in your thing right now?
But we should dedicate an entire episode to it, so stay tuned. But yeah, I stopped Bop Drop, and
You still have it.
Well, I mean, I guess I have an account, but I wouldn't even know how to log in.
Oh.
And on the App Store, I thought it used to show you like how many people were using this app. Did it ever do that?
Showed amount of
Reviews.
downloads, I think. But it's like a range. It's like 10,000 plus downloads.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not seeing that anywhere, which means it must be pretty low. But it has 3.6 thousand ratings. Anyway, I think that could have been really cool. If it ever makes a comeback, I hope that it does, because I would join up. But like nobody was on there that I knew. I forced you.
Sounds
to
like a
do it.
great idea.
I thought so too.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun looking at it, but I lost interest pretty quickly, which is hard to do. I think another underrated social media app is Marco Polo, which isn't really, it's not really social media, but it is a networking, keeping up with people. So I think that's super underrated. So many people have it, and it's so funny because every time like someone will Marco Polo me, it'll pop up, and maybe I'll have like a teammate at my desk or something like that, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you do Marco Polo?" Like it's like a secret. I'm like, "Yeah, I do." They're like, "Oh yeah, me too." And I'm just
You're
like,
why are we whispering?
yeah. I'm like, do you not want people to know? Is that like
You're Marco Polo.
I do think Marco Polo for me is very specific. I only talked to 3 people on it, and I tried to. It was nice while I was away at school to stay in contact with my friends back in Utah, but now that I'm back in Utah, I don't really have a use for that. But I guess the funny thing is, those 3 people I talked to also live in Utah, but we just
those 3 people he talks to, he also sees pretty regularly.
yeah, seriously. One of them's my mom. The other one's you.
That's me.
Yeah. So that is, I would say, like an underrated app, and I guess I'd consider it social media because it keeps you.
Yeah, it tells you
Social.
so and so's birthday is today. So and so just joined. Reach out to him, but it is very specific for me as well. So yeah.
And I haven't really used the group chat feature, but you can do a group chat, which I think is fun. I just hate group chats, even in text, so I don't think that would be for me.
My family had a big group chat of Marco Polo. I did not want to post anything in there. I was like, ugh, I don't know what to say to y'all. I really don't.
Most of my videos, I'm not. It's just like I place the phone down and I am just talking because I don't want anybody to see what I look like.
Mm-hmm.
Just listen to my voice.
Oh my gosh, have you guys ever used an app called Be Real? It was like kind of popular at the end of last year.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think it's
People
still
still use it.
popular.
A lot.
Yeah, I was using it. I kind of hated it. Well, I didn't hate it. It got old to me.
I got it because I wanted to use it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted notifications to be like, take a picture now, like what you're doing, because I'm terrible at taking pictures and not creating memories. I'm really good at that, but capturing the moment, I'm really bad at. Like when we go on vacations and stuff, I'm reposting what other people are posting. So I got it to like have myself take pictures of what's happening in the moment. But you can't do that unless you follow other people.
I never got into Be Real, but again, I think it's a really cool idea. And I like how it kind of fought against the whole Photoshop editing all your photos looking your very best on Instagram and stuff, and everybody only sharing their highlights. And now it's Be Real. And I think that was a really clever idea. And then I feel like one app that we have to just acknowledge is Vine. I kind of want to know your guys' experience with Vine because mine was really short. I think it came out in 2012? 2013? Something like that?
But, well, Vine was really short to live. Like, it was short-lived.
Totally.
When did you... Yeah, I would say around 2012. 2013, 2014.
Mm-hmm. 13. It had to be 13 at least because I went on my mission in 13, and that's when I think I got it like a few months before I left, and I was like, this is so fun. I love it. And I even remember thinking on my mission when I was, separated from the world and technology, I was like, Vine's going to be cool to go back to and see like what people are doing on Vine. And it was like already dead or something.
So I had that a very similar experience. When I went on my mission, Vine was the biggest thing. And I remember one of the sisters, like, we sat down and she was like, what are you most excited, like, when you go back home? And I was like, I'm so excited to get on Vine and, like, to see what it's like. She was like, Vine doesn't exist anymore. I was like, that's a lie. She was like, no, it's not a thing. And I was like, how? I've only been out, like, a year. Like, I don't understand.
It just came out.
I don't understand how it doesn't exist. She was like, yeah, it's not a thing. I was like, so what do we do now? It would be funny because my sister and I, our rooms were, like, separated by this loft, but, like, super close. And so we would send each other Vines back and forth, and it would just be funny because I would send her a Vine and she would listen to it, and then you'd just hear laughing. Because I was like, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, period.
And then she would send it back, and we would just laugh back and forth until we fell asleep.
That's cute.
That's so cute.
R.I.P. Vine.
Dude, I love Vine. Grateful for Vine, though, because Vine went away and morphed into Musical.ly, which morphed into TikTok, so...
Yeah, I feel like without
They
that
were-
catalyst, we wouldn't have had Reels and TikToks.
Mm.
Yeah. I got Vine for a little bit, and then I got on Musical.ly. And I was like, so they're just trying to make a longer Vine. And, like, stopped using Musical.ly and was just using Vine.
Vine was 7 seconds long.
6.
Six. Yeah, but when I first started doing Vine, it was fun because, like, there was no way to edit videos. You kind of just had to become creative. And I felt like that's what made Vine Vine. And then, like, they allowed people to upload videos. I was like, okay. So, like, it doesn't make it just, I mean, it's cool, but it doesn't make it as cool knowing that you had edited it.
Yeah, I admired Vine because I was like, the fact that you can make me pee myself laughing in 6 seconds, that is talent.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah. And now it's just like a minute, 3 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm like, okay.
And that's what I'm saying. I love when I find a reel or a TikTok that has, or a YouTube short that has.
Yeah, right.
that has Vine energy, you know, where it's just quick, it's funny, it's whatever, it's interesting.
It makes no sense sometimes.
Yeah. I also feel like a lot of those iconic Vines that we still refer to today, I feel like it's a weird thing that I feel like people are going to study in the future of, like, this was culture, this was the humor back then, but at the same time, Vine was influencing the humor as well and making people a little bit more kind of like when YouTube was young and how that influenced humor a lot too, with Fred and the orange guy. And did you guys ever watch My Hands Are Bananas?
Fred.
Nobody knows this one. It's the weirdest thing. I think I'll have to show it to you guys after this recording session. But, like, yeah, it was called My Hands Are Bananas, and it was like a music video. And I bet it's going to be terrible because I haven't seen it in so long. But, yeah.
Wow.
Well, R.I.P. Vine, Omegle, and any others that are next. Who knows?
Flappy Bird.
I wish I had that on my phone. It'd probably
I
be
know.
worth a lot. Have you guys ever used Skype?
Oh my gosh, I was
Oh
going
my
to bring up Skype.
God.
Yeah. Just a, like, a little ringtone. Do. I don't know. That brings back. That takes me places.
Yeah.
Like, it takes me to specific times.
Skype.
I remember Skype was so popular. Like,
Mhm.
Skype me, Skype.
And do you guys remember Uvu? Or
Yes.
Yeah.
OOVOO? Have you ever heard of that?
Uh-huh.
It was like you can Skype with multiple people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember I had, like, me and my one friend, we were on Skype, and we were, like, trying so hard to find a third friend so we can, like, go on Uber.
Okay, so wait, is Skype dead?
I guess people still use it.
But then there's Zoom, which is more popular. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
It's like,
And then they've got Teams and all the other ones that people use. Because
Yeah.
I feel like that's what I know Skype from is, like, school and work
Mhm.
mostly.
Mhm.
Yeah. Interesting.
And now everybody uses FaceTime. So, like, it's not, like, we need Skype anymore. So
Yeah, Skype was super popular when Apple hadn't figured out FaceTime. And I remember FaceTime, you used to only be able to use it with Wi-Fi. You couldn't use it if you weren't connected. So Skype was still a necessity. But then Apple figured it out, and now we just use that.
My sister refuses to actually have a phone call with anybody. It's always FaceTime. If you call her, she'll hang up and then call you back on FaceTime. It's really annoying.
I only use call like if whoever is in like a bad area and like the internet's not working. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna just call you because I really want to talk shit right now. So, which I normally do.
Yeah. No bad connection is going to stop that.
Okay. I got information.
Okay. Well, we've talked about a lot of things on our For You pages that we like to see and what we don't like to see. My last question for you guys is I want to know what you guys think. I kind of want your unpopular opinions, but it's okay if it's a popular opinion. I want to know one thing that is really satisfying to watch on social media and one thing that other people find satisfying that you find super unsatisfying. I know that's kind of putting you on the spot, so I'll go first. I think we've talked about this before, but I really don't like watching people eat or like listening to people eat, and so I'm drawing a blank for what that's called when they like whisper.
ASMR.
Thank you.
Yeah.
ASMR, I cannot stand. When they're like clicking their lips and whispering and stuff, that sound of like the cheeks clicking is so gross to me. But
so gross.
I will say on the opposite side of something that I find satisfying is, have you guys ever seen those like wooden bowls with water in them, and then they're filled with like wooden beads and stuff, and there's usually pretty lights? You've never seen that, but you have. And you have?
And they break it?
Well, no, it's just like this bowl of water and these like wooden beads of different sizes, and then they have like a wooden spoon, and they'll just kind of like play with the water and like stir it, and it will like make clinking sounds of the wood knocking together. It's so relaxing. I love it so much. I don't know what it's called though, but
It
gives
is an
me
ASMR video.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it gives me.
You don't
ASMR
like
vibes.
mouth sounds.
Mm-mm.
I get it.
I even like the nails on the microphone. That doesn't bother me. It's
Mhm.
just the mouth and the talking and the whispering.
Just thinking about the nails, like my whole body just broke out in chills. I can't.
Ooh.
I can't.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of mine.
I really like. So I don't like the whole clicky thing and people with their mouth. I think that makes really cringe. But what I really do love is slime. I love not playing with it. If you play with it, it bugs me with your hands. But if you take a ice cream scoop and like scoop it and then like gloop it, I don't know what to call that. I love that. I could watch it all day, especially the.
I know what you're talking about.
I like those videos definitely more than the ones that are playing with their hands. I don't like that one, but I like it more to see what they named the slime and if the name was good enough or if I think of a better name.
Yeah.
I like that. But then I'm also conflicted because I'm like, there's so much slime in the world. I'm like, I had this like irrational fear that like, you know how WALL-E is just a wasteland of trash? What if we're just like a wasteland of slime because it never decomposes? And it's just this plastic sludge all over everything.
Just making it. It's never going away.
Should write that.
Yeah.
Should write that story.
Wow.
Make that into a play.
WALL-E, slimy.
Sorry.
I'm
No.
done.
I really do love slime. I don't know if there's anything that like, other than what you already said, that is not satisfying to me.
Do you like soap cutting videos?
Oh, okay, we can talk about that. I do, but a very specific way. Like, I don't like it when they take the bar of soap and they just, like, randomly, like, it's almost like chocolate texture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. That grosses me out.
Okay.
But when they cut it in like little squares and then slice it,
And
I'm
then
okay
go like
with that.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I watch those videos too. My favorite thing on my algorithm, well, my algorithm, I would say, is so random. Definitely dance heavy. I love watching K-pop stuff, so it shows me a lot of like dance challenges. One thing that's kind of like, I don't hate it, but it's a guilty pleasure, is like seeing those like stupid shorts where it's like, oh, I have this new power, and then it'll be like, click blue or red. Have you guys seen those? It's like, oh, I can either pick $5 million or know when my dog's dying, and then they're just like, click, and then they go throughout their day like reenacting like, oh, I have $5 million. Anyways, it's like really stupid. Like, I don't understand who writes it. Like, honestly, probably a 2-year-old. Like, but these people, they act it out, and I'll stay watching those. I'm like, this is so stupid. Next. I hate it. Oh my gosh, you know. So,
Oh, that's funny.
but it's a guilty
Anything
pleasure.
you dislike?
No.
You don't find satisfying?
Not on my YouTube shorts because it shows me everything that I like.
shoot.
I'm just saying, I don't have to guess when I'm going to get an algorithm I like.
But
It's
in
funny.
general, of things that people usually like, I love watching these kind of videos, like a mukbang or ASMRs or things that you're like, I don't like those.
No. I mean, well, I don't come across anything I'm not interested in. So.
Well, I do, and I don't do, it's not often, because obviously I don't like it, so, but I don't like the miniature things. Like,
Oh, like a miniature egg.
yeah, or making a miniature omelet or something, like baking a miniature, I don't like any of that. I do
I can feel that.
love pretty much all the other things. Like I really love cleaning, like power washing or
Mm-hmm. Like sped up, power washing sped up.
carpet cleaning.
Oh,
Oh my god, rug cleaning. Oh my gosh. Or car cleaning. And then
It's the sound of the scrubber
I just-
that like is awesome.
it's a lot of cleaning videos. Guilty pleasure.
And me, I'm like, okay, I'm interested for a second, but again, it's a short attention span thing, and I'm like, now I just want to see the before and after, and that's what really interests me.
do you guys ever just skip through the TikToks sometime? Your TikTok videos, like speed up your videos.
Oh no.
I watch it
Oh.
all the way through pretty much.
Mm.
I don't ever skip.
No, and because I feel like I can tell when it's going to be a waste of time, and I'm like, I'm interested, but I feel like you're just playing me right now, and I don't want all the details. I just
Mhm.
want to get to the meat of the story,
Mm-hmm.
and so I skipped that.
I follow this guy. His name is Hey It's Yoons _ I think. And he like goes on, like the video will start off, these are some ways that blah blah blah, and then it'll stitch him in, and he'll be like, this is all she does, and then that's it. Like, so it's only 1 second of their
Love
video.
that.
Is he a skinny white guy that holds the mic?
No, he's the Asian guy
Okay.
who like lays down.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That's all she does. I like that. Smart. Smart,
Mhm.
smart,
I
smart.
love that.
Mhm.
This other guy does the same thing, but it's more for like the stories, like telling the drama.
Mhm.
And he's like, "You're not gonna need a part 2 because I'm gonna summarize it for you."
I've seen, yeah, he's on my algorithm.
I love those guys.
Me
Good
too.
for them for saving us time,
Seriously.
knowing how to tell a story with the important stuff.
Okay, just get me to the good stuff. I got other things to watch.
Another video set that I have been obsessed with as of late is watching people take their new pens and write with them. I love it.
Do you watch people who like do that like thing with their marker, trying to get paint?
Mm-mm.
They're like,
Oh, yes. I just watched one, I think, before I came over.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love it. I send Cooper like a million of them, and then we watch them, and I'm like, look at it. Look at how it like shimmers, and look at how it like draws and drags, and it showed up on dark paper, but it didn't show up on this paper. Like, oh, I love it.
That's what prompted me to give you those Lego pens for.
Yeah, he bought me some Lego pens, and they're
Because you're
great.
obsessed with pens.
Yeah, I do. I love them. I get mad at work if I misplace my pen. I go out and blame everybody else that they misplaced my pen, and I'm like, did you take it? Did you?
Valid.
People now, if I accidentally leave it in their office, they'll come back and be like, I'm gonna get that there before I get blamed for this.
Good.
So I'm like, yeah, as
Got a
you
reputation.
you should.
Set those boundaries.
That's my villain era at work.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah. Well, that's all I've got for social media. But make sure that you tell us in the comments what is the most satisfying thing for you to watch and what is unsatisfying. Your unpopular opinion. I want to hear them. But that's everything we have to say. Bitzes
This
out.
is out.